I bear scars you don't care to see. They're not in clear view, but they're so dear to me. And those are scars I would not remove, for that I have loved and lost, they are my proof. And if we go out dancing tonight, I want you to know that it's all right. You can dance with whoever you want to, it's fine. I am not yours and you are not mine. She watches him watch her crossing the floor, and we all know you'd love to have kissed her once more, but that our love was never to be. You were not yourself and she was not me. You were not yourself and I set you free. And if we go out dancing tonight, I want you to know that it's all right. You can dance with whoever you want to, it's fine. I am not yours and you are not mine. I am not yours and you are not mine. I am not yours and you are not mine. Heartbreak and liquor play games inside your head. Signs are made and signs are misread. And I'm sorry, my boy, but I've been here before. And you bear the markings of a boy I could adore. And I will only break your heart in turn, and that is sure. So if we're dancing, I'm best left ignored. And if we go out dancing tonight, I want you to know it's fine, it's all right. You can dance with whoever you want to, it's fine. I am not yours and you are not mine. I am not yours and you are not mine. I am not yours and you are not mine. I am not yours and you are not mine. So if I am not yours and you are not mine, oh, if I am not yours and you are not mine, oh, if I am not yours and you are not mine, oh, if I am not yours and you are not mine, oh, if I am not yours and you are not mine, oh, if I'm not yours, therefore you are not mine. You! It's official! It's alive! Hello, thank you for joining us this evening in Narrative 4 on O'Connell Street in Limerick City. And a huge thanks to James and Rachel here at Narrative 4 for allowing us to use this gorgeous space. I don't know if you can see it, but it's very, very lovely. There's some very strange little props and pieces of handmade clay and terrifying masks, which is very comforting. So that first song was called You Are Not Mine. If you picked up the album on CD, you'll have seen the track listing. In brackets, it says, "This song isn't about you, you lying bollocks." And the backstory to that is simply that a young man in the university I went to here in Limerick decided to tell the story to an online blog that this song was about him, and it most certainly is not. So I decided to hammer that point home in no subtle way. Like I've done it relentlessly. Like every gig, I will tell this story to remind this individual that this song isn't about you, you lying bollocks. So, moving on, we're going to do another song now called Demon Darling. And a lot of you might not have heard this song before. It's pretty new. It's one I dedicate to those people who come to you for advice over and over again. And then they never actually take the advice you give them. They do the opposite thing, make the same mistake over and over again. And there's a great word for those people. It's asshole. Got that one on the internet. And it's very appropriate. I'm joined tonight by Anne Blake on bass, by Alec Brown on cello, by Yrure on percussion, by Niamh Varian Barry on violin and viola, and Lucia MacPartlin on violin. And I'm very, very lucky to have these brilliant musicians here with me tonight, and also a gorgeous, very handsome, you can't see them, but very handsome camera crew as well, and sound and lights. We keep them hidden behind the camera so they don't distract you during the songs. So this song is called Demon Darling, and I hope you enjoy it. It will be called Demon Darling when my guitar gets in tune. Don't want to be doing that to you. Usually when I'm doing a live stream, I can see the comments coming in and I can kind of respond to them, but I decided I would not make that an option tonight because I'm very prone to going off on tangents, in case that wasn't obvious. And I figured it would distract me, and this gig would wind up being an hour long. Alrighty. So here's Demon Darling.
Overcame you as you tangled up in sheets. Oh, what a tangled web you weave. You're so practiced in deceit. You've got a demon, darling. It's hungry for the kill. And oh, if you don't slay it now, perhaps you never will. You never will. You followed him out of the dark to where your eyes could meet, and dance to music in your head. Toe-to-toe you shared a beat, so easily you drifted into some adopted dream where nothing else existed out beyond your blinding streetlights beam. You've got a demon, darling. It's hungry for the kill. And oh, if you don't say it now, perhaps you never will. You never will. Yeah. You never will. You never will. The love you'd left behind, and an olive branch around your wrist. All he'd left is your mind. When he awoke, he'd left you with the love he'd left behind, and an olive branch around your wrist. All he'd left is your mind. You've got a demon, darling. It's hungry for the kill, and oh, if you don't slay it now, perhaps you never will. You've got a demon, darling. It's hungry for the kill. Oh, if you don't slay it now, perhaps you never will. You never will. Yeah. You never will. You never will. Da 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 da.
going good so far. I haven't fecked up too badly, huh? Blown away by the response to the album so far. It's been really, really gorgeous. And like, granted, I know I worked hard on it and I had brilliant musicians on it, but I'm still very Irish in that people complimenting my work is bizarre to me. So I'm really chuffed. Thank you everyone who's bought a copy of the CD, of the vinyl, the digital version of the tracks. It means so much. You're keeping this little enterprise alive. So thank you. How are you, Alec?
Very well.
Yeah?
Yeah, thank you.
Good, I'm glad.
How are you?
I'm good. I went for a bag of chips before the gig, and I'm like really worried about burping into the microphone ever since because I absolutely horsed them down. So my apologies in advance, Dave, if you hear any little burps. That's Enzo's chips for you. That'd be a great look. That could be my new thing. I'm just going to have a quick sip of a beverage before I crack on. Have to lubricate the old mouth trumpet for this next song. So this is a song called Goodbye Hawaii. It is one of my oldest songs, I'd say. And I released it as a single in summer last year. And actually, Shane, who's on camera here, made the music video for it, funnily enough. So we're going to do a gorgeous live, full band version of it for you right now. So here you go. You know the funny thing about the day you realize who or what you are is that by the time it happens, you're probably not that anymore. And the funny thing is logic states for some things to break, they first must fall. And like any small or precious thing, you give nothing or you give all. I can't give you any more than that. I don't trust my clumsy feet not to make me fall flat, and the heart's the only muscle tissue, little known fact that I don't know how to heal itself if you cut it in half, so don't cut it in half. We spend our days in endless cycles of lust to oxytocin, never stopping to think about the space between us that we've chosen. Well, I can give my mouth my ear, but I can't give you my hand, as though you're also understanding. You can never understand. Tape and super glue and staples, and I'll help you hold those pieces in place till you're fit and able. I could never be a surgeon, 'cause my stomach's far from strong, but I hope my bedside sympathy suffice to help you moving on. I can't give you any more than that. I don't trust my clumsy feet not to make me fall flat, and the heart's get lipstick all over my chin there doing that? No? Am I good? I banged my face off the microphone and I was like, oh, that's my lipstick all gone all over my face. Red lipstick is a devil for that. It's always all over my face or my teeth or something during a gig. So that was Goodbye Hawaii. I got a message from, we got a lovely review in the Irish Times for the album, which was great. 4 stars out of 5. I have to email them and ask them where that 1 star went. But in our Twitter interaction with Tony Clayton Lee from the Irish Times, who wrote the review, he was like, oh, it's gorgeous, it's so you, it's brilliant. And is that a mouth trumpet solo I hear? And I'm like, it sure is, coming from my face. And he was like, well, I hope so. It always makes me, like, I don't know what to call that noise because it, like, obviously, what else would you play a trumpet with? Like, a normal trumpet is also a mouth trumpet. So otherwise, anyway, I'm trying to not be vulgar. It's a struggle. We'll figure something out. If anyone has any suggestions for what to call that noise, please don't be rude. But any ideas would be great. All right, so we're going to do, I think, the most fun song on the album. I bet you guys agree. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's the main thing. So this is a song that I wrote quite recently. I was traveling up north to play a gig with, I think it was Jack Lukeman in the Spirit Store in Dundalk. And this song came to me because I was meeting all these people who were on the verge of doing the big thing they wanted to do, you know, the big dream they had. They were just about ready to do it, but they weren't picking up the courage to do it. And I was in the same place with my album, and it kind of made me think, you know, no one's ever going to give you permission to do the thing you want to do, so you kind of have to just find a way to be ready and do it. So this is Radio, and it's all about just doing the thing. I'm just going to make sure I'm in tune quickly before we kick this off, because Actually, it reminds me, myself and Anne have a podcast, the Limerick Lady podcast. Some of you watching might be familiar with it. And this week we talked to Una Malloy, who is fabulous. She's the founder of Turning Pirate, and they're the agency that look after Wallace Bird and Kathy Davey and Lisa Hannigan. So we had this lovely quick chat with Una about how the industry is functioning right now, and kind of centering on the This Is Who We Are campaign of supporting venues and supporting industry people. But yeah, there was all this conversation around, you know, finding the time to do things, and the conversation around gender and all that kind of stuff. And it's just such an interesting landscape right now. She's one of these women that kind of told me, you're doing everything right. She's a brilliant woman. And she's you always need those people in your life who are going to give you that boost of self-esteem. So thanks, Una. Gave me the push I needed. All right, let's just do this. No more foostering.
Today, out of town and far away. Yeah, I took that train alone, 'cause it seemed like time that I got gone. Oh girl, when you know, yeah, you know it's time to go. You gotta be ready, oh, gotta be ready, oh. Felt the phones pulling at my sleeve, every fiber urging me to leave, and the fiber makes a tapestry for a grander plan. Oh girl, when you know, yeah, you know it's time to go. You gotta be ready, oh, gotta be ready. Be ready, oh, 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 gotta be ready, oh, gotta be ready, oh, gotta be ready, oh.
that song takes it out of me, I tell you. Right. I feel like I've run a mile. I'm going to take off the jacket, actually. That's going to... You're ready for me to do this? Yeah, I just want to reiterate how grateful we are to everyone who's tuning in tonight, and to everyone who's tuning in tomorrow if you couldn't make it tonight. I know that Denise Chyla is on the Late Late Show right now, so totally understand if you're not watching us. But we are very, very grateful, and huge thanks to everyone who chipped in to cover the costs of the stream as well. Really, really grateful. If you did chip in more than 20 quid, please send me an email with your postal address so I can send you a CD, because PayPal, being the unusually, uncharacteristically private company that they are, have not given me any addresses when you make that contribution. So drop me an email with your postal address and I will send you a copy of the new album. Just email me at emmalangfordmusic@gmail.com and I'll send you a copy of our beautiful new album, which I'm very proud of, and which Arena on RT Radio 1 reviewed tonight, and I don't know what they said. I'm very nervous to hear it. I hope they were nice. And if you'd like me to come with my full band to your place sometime next year, let us know as well where you are and where we should be playing. We do have a Limerick gig to announce soon. Can you tell I'm very out of shape? I've been training for about 3 weeks. Like I've been so smug about being like doing personal training and everything. And I sing one song and I'm like, oh, like I've done an Ironman. So we're going to slow it down now. We're going to do a song which many of you will be familiar with, called The Winding Way Down to Kells Bay. A song very close to my heart. This is about my grand-uncle Eamon from Cahersiveen in County Kerry. I think he's from Caherdaniel originally, actually. But he lived in Cahersiveen since the 60s with his late wife, Breed. And he was a London bus driver at one point. He used to get up to all kinds of antics. He's so many stories. Like he was so like he was a school principal and everything, a real wholesome character. But the stories he'd come out with sometimes when he had a few drinks in were amazing. But anyway, we visited him in 2018 at his house in Cahersiveen in Kells Bay, and he lived in this little yellow house at the top of a hill, and at the bottom of the hill was the sea, and he'd walk down to the sea most days of the week, and he'd wander into the water, and he'd just bob in the water kind of thing. And he had a kind of a lung condition, so he lost a bit of his lung when he was younger, and so the salt water was so good for him, so he'd take a big handful of it, and he'd put it up to his face, and he'd breathe it in to clear his lungs. He was a real water baby. So we visited him in 2018, and he, on the last day of our holiday, he went into the sea for a dip, and the sun was splitting the rocks, and he had a weak heart, and he had a massive heart attack on this rare occasion that we got to visit him. So he had his family around him, and his friends around him, and it was a beautiful Kerry day, which he would have been very proud of, and we'd had a beautiful sing-song the night before, so he got all his wishes. So this is a song about him and his home and where he comes from, and if there's words in this that you don't understand, I'm not having a stroke, it's in Irish, because he was a big lover of the Irish language. So this is The Winding Way Down to Kells Bay, and we're going to go from it into Na Bpúcaí, which Alec is going to play on cello.
Stretches out before your feet on the winding way down to Kells Bay, and the golden sun sets like no other, they say, on the winding way down to Kells Bay, where sorrows met with smiling eyes, and a great black cloak brushed with stars for a sky, and the old trees leaning there to whisper a tale on the winding way down to Kells Bay. There's a song in the heart of the people you'll meet on the winding way down to Kells Bay. Yes, a joke to be shared and a drink to be drank on the winding way down to Kells Bay, and the green Kerry hills overlooking the sea, and the fuchsias are blooming so brightly and sweet, and the ocean could carry our worries away on the winding way down to Kells Bay, on the winding way down, oh the winding way down, on the winding way down to Kells Bay. Yes, the ocean could carry our worries away on the winding way down to Kells Bay. There's a saint on the hillside at Na Bpúcaí, on the winding way down to Kells Bay. Leanna's chocolate the story, Nagus lick the ski, on the winding way down to Kells Bay. And when the bell rings, then we'll all head away on the winding way down to Kells Bay, where the ocean could carry our worries away on the winding way down to Kells Bay. And we'll stop for the chat and the owl cup on tea on the winding way down to Kells Bay. And the golden sun sets like no other, they say, on the winding way down to Kells Bay. Yes, the ocean could carry our worries away on the winding way down.
So we're going to do a song now called Sowing Acorns, which is the title track of my album. And it started out as a lullaby. I was dealing with a lot of anxiety and fever dreams and all this kind of stuff. And so I wrote this song, and then I brought it to my producers, and it became this kind of epic ballad. And it features the voice of Vanessa Ifediora, who is a phenomenal poet from Belfast. And her poem just complemented the message and the meaning of the song so much. She was dealing with this kind of a waking dream kind of a condition. And she do gigs in Windows more often, Sophie. Yeah. So I saw her poem and it really resonated with what I wanted to say in the song. So I asked if I could sample her poem in the song, and she agreed. And so it's in there. And we've been doing this song without the poem for a while, but Ray figured out a way of getting the poem into the song. So we're gonna have the ghost of Vanessa Ifediora with us tonight. She's not dead, but just her voice, her disembodied voice. So this is Sowing Acorns.
My loneliness reverberates round the thin, cold walls. It's where I sleep, where I work. It's where I daydream.
I've been holding out on you these past nights, hoping you'd find me yourself before light. Dreams, they don't come to me willingly now. Darkness, no comfort. Silence, no shroud. I have to reason where reason allows. These eyes grow weary now, tracing the lines, counting the cracks in a grey plaster sky. Dreams don't entice them to rest for a while. Dreams are the locked box kept deep in the mind. Some fear what hides behind their own closed eyes. I've been sowing acorns in my densely woven mind. I've been growing trees from memories for us to climb. And when we reach the top, what will we see? When we've climbed them all, what will we dream? Oh, will we dream?
My bed is the
Will we
safest, fast place I know. It's where I
dream?
wrap a tired arm around myself,
Will we
but my skin
dream?
hurts from exhaustion. My bed is where I decide to survive.
So sleep will come to me now willingly. Peaceful and dreamless will overcome me. Words fade, this jaded mind gives up the fight. Worries and thoughts tangle, twist and unwind. Lost now I drift in this blue black of night. I've been sowing acorns in my densely woven mind. I've been growing trees from memories for us to climb. When we reach the top, what will we see? When we climb them all, what will we dream? Oh,
So that was Sowing Acorns. Huge thanks to Ray for bringing Vanessa's disembodied voice in for us there. We're on our last song. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for contributing, for donating to the whole thing, and for just being here, for giving us your positive energy. This last song is one that went to number 1 in the iTunes charts in the past couple of weeks, which was mad. It's a bit of a wild card for me. I really, funnily enough, is the song I was the least certain about putting on the album, and Chris and Graham, who made the album, will tell you that. But the more we talked about it, and the more we talked about what it was about, and kind of the whole spirit of the female voice and empowering and all of that, the more we fell in love with the idea of putting the song on the album. Not only that, but making it the opening track of the album to really send a statement of intent to the world about what we were doing here. So I'm thrilled to have this incredible band joining me on this song. We've come up with a slightly different version to the one that you know from the music video or from Spotify. This is our own special version of it. The original track features the voices of some amazing vocalists: Alma Kelleher, Carrie Q, Sive O'Sullivan, Ruth Smith, Niamh Farrell and Jessica Lean, all phenomenal vocalists and women whose work I admire hugely, so I'm so grateful to them for being part of it. And of course, Davey Long on percussion as well. Just did a really, really beautiful job. But the nice thing with this song is I've seen so many versions of it come out now since. Different choirs are giving it a go, and my friend Jim is doing an ocarina version of it, and there's a heavy metal version, there's a deep house remix, there's the Freezer Room remix. There's a group from Cork, a duo, Graham and Rory, who've done this gorgeous, groovy, kind of a sort of a bluesy version of it with bass and strings. It's beautiful. So check that out as well. But we're going to do our version of it. Thank you so much again to everyone who tuned in. And do drop a comment, let us know where you're tuning in from, and hopefully we'll get to visit you in person sometime in the next few months.
Can I give this harmonium a little shout out? It's its first outing.
Oh.
Yeah, so.
Where did the harmonium come from?
Originally India.
Okay.
And then a friend of mine, he brought it back from India, and I bought it from him for my wife, but I've robbed it, so.
It's yours now.
Yeah.
This is the danger with being married to a musician. You don't really get to have your own, no. Oh, yours.
Mine now.
Yeah. I picked out Kennedy's guitar for him because I liked it. When he was buying his new guitar, I was like, this one's really nice. You should get this one for you. This is not Kennedy's guitar, this is my guitar. I haven't named her yet. If anyone has any ideas for names, let me know. Anyway, this is our last song. Thank you for joining us. Thank you all so much for being such a beautiful part of this night, and thanks to everyone in black behind the cameras and behind the desks. And thanks to Culture Night as well for supporting us on this. It means so much to have the backing of the local arts office and council. So even if I give out about you a bit sometimes, I'm sorry. I love you really. All right, here we go.
Till your eyes find me, I'm strong as my bones. Till then here I stand, I am strong as my bones. Till your eyes find me, I'm strong as my bones. Till then, only then, I am strong as my bones. Then, only then, I am all self-doubt. All my will and my won't fly out of my mouth like a little white dove that you've trained so well to sing prettily along to another bird's song. Till your eyes find me, I'm strong as my bones. Till then, only then, I am strong as my bones. Till your eyes find me, I'm strong as my bones. Till then, only then, I am strong as my bones. Meanwhile, I'm tall, I am towering above all the hate in your soul. Can't undo this self-love like a little white dove that will soar on the wind, proudly bruising my lungs with the songs I have sung. Till your eyes find me, I'm strong as my bones. Till then, only then, I am strong as my bones. Till your eyes find me, I'm strong as my bones. Till then, only then, I am strong as my bones. I'll beat my breast, cry a great fearsome cry, see a cowering then as I fly high. And when I am done, oh, I'll swoop on down, seeking those eyes of judgment, I'll peck 'em out. Till eyes find me, I'm strong as my bones. Till then, only then, I am strong as my bones. Till your eyes find me, I'm strong as my bones. Till then, only then, I am strong as my bones. But for now I belong to no beast, man or thing. My own self is my own, I am strong as my bones. Like a fierce bird of prey that knows only the hunt, with a strength you don't know how your pretty bird's flown. Till your eyes find me, I'm strong as my bones. Till then, only then, I am strong as my bones. Till your eyes find me, I'm strong as my bones. Till then, only then, I am strong as my bones. Till your eyes find me, I'm strong as my bones. Till then, only then, I am strong as my bones. Till your eyes find me, I'm strong as my bones. Till then, only then, I am strong as my bones.
The end. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks to Leslie Dowdall for sending me my bird song earrings. Really appreciate it. Love them. Give a bow, guys. Thanks so much. Seated bows all around. Yeah, thanks so much. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. Thanks to Culture Night. And thanks to everyone who's donated. You still can if you want to. And pick up my album. Yeah. The end. Goodbye.